is here and on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Strap in. This will be a good one. Two one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 17-yard line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
All right, here we go. Green, no. Check. Patriot.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Caught right side at Snead. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Willie Snead, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting to run. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now a handoff looking right. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Play action now, Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things off.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And now here's a carry heading left. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Finding room to the 20. Powerful running. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he's got some space here. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Now they try the right side here. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that'll lead here to a third down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
NFL teams last year, a little under 50% on fourth down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. Now a handoff looking right. And now running right through it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Check, Patriots, go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
Back in! All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
They'll drop the throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go now. Over!
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. We got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
Now it's a bootleg with Winston. He'll rifle this one deep, and this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 43 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now they send a running back in motion right. And he'll be caught behind the line of scrimmage at the 3. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly. And oh, it caught it up. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
He's going to launch this thing way down. And got his man complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46. A huge play there for the Jets. 45 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. 2nd and just 1. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. And the Falcons have opened up the lead there to a couple of scores. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Throw left side complete. That's James. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He's to the 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
Jameis now on first down. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. handoff here to his running back. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. In motion right is a running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Now a handoff looking right. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They've gone to the second. And before we could even hear from Larry, we're back and ready to go in Week 5. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. To throw, Winston. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out till you run.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Gerald McCoy breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Let's go.
Now back to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Room to run inside the 40. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. A good pickup there at 22.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the backslip.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jamie Collins able to drop him for a loss of 4. And a long way to go for the offense here on 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
The Bucs on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Winston, left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run it now out of the gun. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reese. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Elsewhere, they have gone to the 3rd quarter now in Dallas. And the Cardinals scoring again. They've got that one in cruise control. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. To throw now on 1st down. Flushed out right. James has got it. Complete. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 47 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So they're operating in the red zone. And he'll give it here to his running back. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now they try the right side here. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are going to take the lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown Looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows his offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be knocked down sideways, right at the 45. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Jets are going to get the football back. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side complete. It's James. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And fights through what? It's a foot race. Past the 20. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They're going to look to throw. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a second down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. Tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied. See if they can get the ball back for the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Jameis to throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They are in the 4th in Buffalo, and the Saints have scored again, enjoying a comfortable cushion. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40. A huge play there for the Jets. 47 yards. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. This from long, very long range. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. This from long, very long range. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Elsewhere, they're into the fourth at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. And scoring yet again, the Colts extend that lead. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. New York set to take the field, except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert.
All right, here we go. Green, Leopard.
He'll drop to throw. He's got Lockett. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 23 yards on the play. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's in. Touchdown.